What is computational thinking and how should this be taught? By Hannah Lockie. Computational thinking is an approach to solve problems in a way that can be implemented by a computer. Considering this, it is important to remember that children can use computational thinking continuously throughout their learning across the curriculum and outside of school, such as using algorithms in art to decide what resources to use, spotting repeated patterns in maths, and making predictions in science. Berry suggests that computational thinking is made up of many different processes. These include algorithms, which are a sequence of instructions that can be used to solve a problem and as a result achieve a goal. Decomposition, which breaks down a problem into smaller, more manageable parts. These can be seen when planning a story in a literacy lesson. Jeanette Wing suggests that the abstraction process can be considered as the most vital process of computational thinking, as you find the part that does not work and ignore the rest. Patterns and generalization are also vital components of computational thinking. In the early years, children can notice the pattern in singing nursery rhymes from the repeated phrases. Through generalization, children can look for a general approach to solving a problem, such as a common rule for spelling and literacy. It is also important to consider logical reasoning, which is the reason why you think something. Promoting logical reasoning will help children to understand how steps can be followed in order to reach a solution. Children must understand that logical reasoning is not trying to think like a computer, as even computers have to be programmed to do logical reasoning. This will help children to develop their logical reasoning, as they are the ones who will be programming the computer, which gives them a clearer understanding of what is happening and why. This can be witnessed when using a Bee-Bot in a classroom. A Bee-Bot is a programmable floor robot that can be used for teaching control, directional language and programming to young children. They allow children to complete a simple program on a computer by programming the Bee-Bot to move when pressing the directional buttons. I used these in school in a maths activity. The children had to program the Bee-Bot to get to the shops and to collect different amounts of food, which was then turned into a sum. Most children in this day and age will be used to playing on the iPad or laptop, both at home and at school. This can be developed for extending their computational thinking. Instead of just playing a game, why not let them make one? In doing this, students become not merely tool users, but tool builders. The national curriculum heavily emphasises the importance and wonder of using computational thinking in primary schools. In Key Stage 1, children should be able to use technology purposefully to create digital content. In Key Stage 2, children should be able to design, write and debug programs that accomplish specific goals. There are many different programs that can be used to help support these requirements. Here I have experimented with Scratch. This is a programming language where you can create your own interactive stories, games and animations. Scratch allows children to use all of the computational thinking skills. They will use algorithms to reach their desired goal at the end of the game. Through breaking down each stage and programming where they want each sprite to move, they will use decomposition. In my game, the movements are the same. Considering this, children can use patterns to recognise a code and apply it to a different problem. If something goes wrong with their game, they will have to debug it to find and solve the issue. This was apparent with getting my sprites to move back to the same position. It is important to encourage children to persevere when using programs such as Scratch, as it can be difficult, but there are many different layers of it to experiment with, so they can make something really new and exciting. In conclusion, I believe computational thinking is vital in children's development and understanding of how computers and programs work. The power of computational thinking is that it applies to every other type of thinking. It allows us to solve problems, design systems, and understand the power and limits of the human and machine intelligence. In today's ever-growing technological world, children who can think computationally and are better able to understand and be confident in using computer-based technology are better prepared for everyday life and their future. A teacher should promote a love of learning and children's intellectual curiosity, and through the use of technology and computational thinking in my own teaching, I will aim to achieve this.